But hello. I'm so sorry. I completely misread my schedule. I must have read next Sundays instead of today's. And yeah, went on living my life as if we weren't sitting and painting until 7. But that's okay. I got everything together. I'm so sorry for worrying everybody. And yeah. God, it pisses me off when I do shit like that. But it is what it is. So we are here now and we can paint. I had a couple different ideas, but I really want to make some headway on these 2 ornaments today. Probably this one the most, because we sat and did all the line work for this one yesterday or the other day, so it would be nice to actually get some design on there. Let me change my comments to make sure I can see everything. Hi, Patty. Hi, Tina. I promise nothing has happened. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Patty. I'm so glad you texted because I was completely oblivious, and I am so sorry. Who knew that I can't read? You gotta work on that, apparently. That's what happens when you stop reading books for too long. You just read everything surface level and do stupid shit. Eventually. That's fair, Tina. That's fair. I didn't mean to stress you out. You're painting along, Patty? Fantastic. Lovely. Well, I'm looking forward to sitting and painting with you guys for a bit then. So, what are you guys up to? What's new? Patty's painting. Tina, how was your day so far? Hi, Gabrielle. How you doing? Good to see ya. Get my brain working. And we'll do some painting. Ugh. Oh, I hate when that happens. I hate when I do something stupid like that. Yeah. Well, we're here now. Having a lazy day? Nice. Thank you for checking in with Patty, and Patty, thank you for texting me. I'm glad you did. Thank you, both of you. Go team. I appreciate you very much. And again, I'm so sorry for worrying about you. I know that you guys worry, and understandably, I would too. And I hate that I added to any stress today, caused any stress today. So I will attempt to redeem myself. Now, what are the colors we need? We've got greens. And so I want to use greens. I think I want to use holly green. And we need a little bit of white. And we've got our gold. And I think that that's going to be it. We might use some metallic red for accents, but I'll see how this fills in. I'm so glad. I'm so glad because it means that if something ever does happen, I know people will come looking for me. And I love you for it. Oh, I'm so sorry. So we'll still stay and do 3 hours. Everything's good. I had no plans until 7, so it's all good. Maybe I'll pop back on later tonight and sit and do some more painting and go live again. Why not? Ugh. But everything is fine. Audrey's fine. She's curled up on my bed having a snooze. Mom's fine. Everybody's fine. So thankfully, it's just my brain that is the problem. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, and I bought another green. So I went to Michael's, Tina, and I got the Liquitex Basics. So you know what we should actually do is I should actually start one ornament and we should try this. Or maybe we'll do that later. But I did get the Liquitex Basics in titanium white, and it has the solid square, so I know it's opaque. So hopefully that means that it won't take as many coats as the Deco Art did. So that's good. So we'll try this one later. I've got a couple really neat ideas that I want to kind of walk through with you guys too, because they've been kind of taking over my brain a little bit. So I'm hopeful that this will solve the issue. And then I got another bottle of Holly Green while I was there. And then I also got Jewel Green because it's kind of a bluey green. So it's nice to have a couple extra greens on hand there. Yeah, we can do a 7 to 10 tonight too. Why the hell not? I was going to do it anyway, and it'll get me sitting and painting more, and that's what I'm going to do regardless. So yeah, heading to a wedding. No, we don't Zoom later tonight. We'll probably Zoom on probably Monday. But I'll go live tonight, 7 to 10, Steffi. Have fun at the wedding. Won't complain if you want to come back tonight. Okay, perfect, Tina. And Patty would like a 7 to 9 too. Lovely. Yeah, Zoom will be Monday. I just have to figure out when. Probably 2 o'clock. Hey, Steffi, I didn't think I was going live until 7 o'clock tonight. We just got here because I screwed up my schedule. So, hey, it's all good. Hi, Asia. Never that early to be in the waiting room. I know, I'm so sorry. How you doing, Asia? Good to see ya. Couldn't find it, so you watched a De Niro movie. Nice. Okay, so let me walk you through the couple ideas that I had. So I had the idea of, okay, have fun. Or almost son get wed. Nice. Have a wonderful day. I hope it's a super fun celebration and a great time and all goes well. That's wonderful. So I've got these light pink ornaments. They're the small ones. I don't have any of the big ones. And I was trying to figure out and think in my head, okay, so what am I going to do on these ones? It's a very light pink. If I go too much lighter, I don't know how that's going to look, and in my head. And then I thought to the bliss ornaments that I did, and my two favorite, well, the ones that I did on these pink ornaments were I did white on pink and black on pink. And then I thought, ooh, the black. That would be really cool to do something on here using black paint and maybe just black and white or color grades somehow. So I thought that would be cool. And I thought the black would almost look like a little tattoo, especially if I do some coning on it and everything. I thought that could be really, really cool. And then I thought, well, I did the same on the white. So I could do a black and white design on the white ornaments as well. So I don't quite know how that's gonna come to be, but that's the ideas that are in my head right now for those ones. So those are ones that I want to give a shot to. And I've got a couple other ideas too, but we're going to see. This will be fun. All right, let me scroll back. Yeah, welcome to my live that I forgot I had, which is why I am nowhere near ready to, well, actually, we're not too bad. I'll be able to start painting pretty quickly. Oh, I hate when that happens. Because sadly, it's not the first time I've done it, right? Like, I saw a girl once and she had a tattoo on her arm and it was a notepad, and then she wrote on it throughout the day to see her schedule for the day and her notes and stuff. I should get one for my week so I can fill in my live schedule and have that tattooed on me so I can fill it in every day. Making up bread while my rolls rise. Nice. That must smell good in your place, eh? Hi, Sarah. Good to see ya. So on this one, we're going to do some greens. So I'm going to use Holly Green on this one. And then, yeah, we're just going to play and see how this one fills in and go from there. Let's just see what happens. At least I have clean paint water here. That's a plus. I didn't run and grab that before I started, so I had done a couple things to start myself set right. If I put it, I've tried that before, and you would think that that would work, Tina, but when you have a brain like mine that puts it in the calendar, but then in my phone, but then doesn't set an alarm for it or reminder for it, then the problem replicates over and over and over again. But I will try. I will try anything once or twice or 5 times and see if my brain will kick in and let it happen. Yeah, unfortunately. I would love to say that that would work. But it's a crapshoot. All right. I'll get there eventually. I know, right? That's the problem. What I need to do is I need a diagnosis and medication. That's what I need so that maybe I can focus and get some stuff done and show up on time. I guess I'm just building evidence for that diagnosis now, aren't I? Yeah, I'll figure it out. I've got a dry erase calendar that I had it written on that has helped me recently, you know, plan ahead and do the longer, like the more in advance live schedules and everything. But it's in a corner of my room that I don't see often enough. So maybe I just need to move it into the studio so that I can have it like right in my face all the freaking time. That might be a better way to go. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So let's mix some greens. We're going to do 3 greens. And I'm going to try and mix enough so that I can use, I don't have to mix new colors. So we're going to give it a shot anyway. And I've already resolved myself to the fact that I'm going to go to Michael's after Christmas and get some more of the glass ornaments if they have any. They're on sale for $5.20 for a pack of 4 right now of the large glass ornaments, like the purple ones that I got. But I want to see if they go down even lower for Boxing Day, and then I'll go and snag some more up. They've got some more of the large white ones, and that's appealing to me. And I might get some of the plastic round ornaments. Then again, Patty gave me a shit ton of those, so I shouldn't need too many more of those. But I'll see what they've got anyway. Nothing is cooking yet. Rolls are still rising. Bread just starting mixing in the bread machine. Very nice. Well, then it will smell good eventually in your house. All right, so let's... I wonder if adding white is the way to go. I think we should add light green. But I also wonder if I should add more of like a khaki green. Okay, let's do that actually. Let's add in some medium Hauser green and see what color we can make here. My dad used to make bread all the time. He loved his bread maker. He always made cinnamon raisin bread. Always smelled so good. So I'm going to mix a couple bit in there. And a lot more in those. And let's see what we get to here. Oh, right, this is the one with the silicone tip that is popping out. How was Christmas yesterday, Patty? Did you have a good day? All right. Rolls for hamburgers and your normal weekly bread. That's nice. God, even having fresh made hamburger buns. That sounds good. Oh, I like that color. That worked out nice. I'm thinking about doing some baking. I gotta go do my weekly grocery run tomorrow. And I've been thinking about getting some stuff to do some baking. But I haven't settled on anything yet. Right now it's just an idea in my head that sounds really good. Whether it actually is something that comes to fruition will be a completely different story. But it sounds good right now anyway. I hate doing the dishes after a bunch of baking. Okay, that looks good. I think those 3 greens look all right. You know what I'm going to do though? I am going to do 1 drop of white in there and 1 drop of white in there, just to lighten it up that tiny little bit. Just a little bit more. And I might add 1 more drop. And what are you up to today, Sarah? Did you have a good day? Okay, we're gonna do 1 more in each. We're gonna do 1 more here, 1 more here. Sometimes you gotta just go 1 drop at a time, especially with white. Find that you can add like 5 drops 1 at a time. It doesn't feel like it changes anything, and then the 6th one was just puts it over the top. That looks good. Very, very subtle differences in the greens, but hopefully it'll be noticeable enough. Fabulous. The day just flew by. Good. Roy was so good. I'm so glad. That's wonderful. You got lots of good time in with him then. Hi, Debbie. How you doing? Oh, I'm glad, Sarah. Good to hear. All right. I feel like this isn't enough of a difference. Sorry, gotta do this one more time. Let's see. There we go. There we go. I think that is the best yet. Okay. Hooray! Let's paint! Do they all look the same through the camera? Okay, well that's good to know, because then that means I'm going to add more of the medium Hauser green. More of that one, more of that one, and I'll add a little bit more white in each one too. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's try that. Thanks, Tina. Hopefully this will make a difference. Because it was a very, 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 very subtle difference in person too. So this must look a little bit better. Does that look like a bit more of a difference? I think that shows up a little bit better now. I think. The first is different. Okay. Oh, it was just those two that didn't look it. So maybe I need to do even a couple more drops of white here. That looks a little bit better. A little more difference. Okay. Hooray! What do you think, Tina? That look a little more? That should look a little bit better. You know what? I could probably go with, I lied. I'm going to do a little bit more. Just a tiny bit. Is the middle one different enough from the left-hand one? Maybe I'll mix a bit more of the darkest one too. I think. Let's do that. They're close? Okay, let's. You know what I can do? Hold on. I will add my dark Hauser green to that one, make it a little bit darker. Do a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. You were thinking that too, Debbie? Okay, let's see. The camera is hard, right, too, because it looks so different in person than it does on camera in a lot of cases. So it always helps me to know how it looks on camera. And sometimes I can see the difference, but sometimes I really can't. And you know what? I'm going to mix that little bit of dark in here. There we go. That looks a little better, eh? But that one is now too light. Son of a... Okay, I think now we're good. I think that's a little better. What do you guys think? Any other adjustments you think? But I think we're good. I think. Let me know. Let me know what your eyes see. But this, I think, looks better. I will take a drink of my drink and let me know. Yeah, looks better, Sarah? Okay, cool. Keep me posted, you guys. Yeah, there's definitely more of a difference in person, but it's good to still have it on camera, right? Because I got to make sure it photographs. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. All right. We will start with this then. And we are going to start with our darkest. And we are going to go... Got to take that thing off first. All right, so what we are going to do is up here, we are just going to do a green dot in each one. And I'll do a lighter top dot on it. And I can do some smaller dots in around here too. Should be good. All right. So where the white is where I'm going to put the green. This is tiny though. This is very tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. This is my wrong pink tool. No wonder. It didn't feel pointy enough. I'm getting really bad at not cleaning off my tools properly lately. I feel like I go through spurts where I do a good job of keeping them clean and then I completely fall off that wagon. Are you guys really meticulous with your tools? Do you get them really well cleaned up at the end of every session? Hi, Vicky. Yeah, better, Gabrielle, too? Okay, good. Lately? Okay, maybe I've completely deluded. I'm delusional by thinking that I have done well at it at some point. Not good at keeping them clean, Vicky? How's your day so far today, Vicky? Doing good? And then on the red section, I'm going to do either white or gold. I'm thinking gold. One of the things that I noticed is as much as I loved the pink one with all the gold, one of my favorites is still the purple one, and it had far less going on. So I'd like to find kind of a happy medium in there somewhere, if such a thing exists. Good enough doing some laundry, walked the dogs, wrote a nasty review for the car dealership service shop, getting ready to start Christmas wrapping. Very productive day then. Always keep the sharp tool clean, but the other ones not so much. That's a good plan. Focus on the ones that can be permanently altered, I guess, or feel permanently altered with how difficult they can be to get clean. Because once it dries onto the end of that really sharp tool, it's a royal pain in the ass, isn't it? Mm-hmm. All right. Vicky said, Patty, I've completed 3 of your stones. The tiny heart and medium round stone came up beautifully. Very cool. Yeah, especially since you can't get them anymore, right? That's the problem. It's like, of course it's discontinued. Because lots of people love it. Now, I think I'm going to keep going with the green, but I think eventually I'm going to outline in here in tiny gold dots before we do some swoops and stuff. Now, I also want to do some really tiny dots in here just to fill in this space a little bit. So I think I'm going to do that with the really, really light green. So I'm going to make sure my micro daughter is cleaned off. That would be the other one that I should be cleaning more regularly. I feel like one of my micro daughters is sharper than the other. Yes, it is. All right. If it's too sharp, the paint won't flow down. So if you have that problem, try sanding down the tip a little bit. Like if I tried to dot with my super pointy tool, the paint wouldn't flow down off the tip. So it doesn't work out super great. All right, so let's start here. Tiniest little bit of paint. Can't even see it, Jamie. You need more paint than that. There. make them a little bit bigger. And then this is the color green that I'm going to do some top dots with. And then in the next section, we will do a bunch of swoops to fill in that space. And we might add a little bit of gold in there too. All right, so we'll leave that for now. And then we will come down here to these center sections. So we are going to do some of our swoop clusters. All right, here we go. Tina said, Debbie Jenna has just ordered a bunch and she'll have them available. Oh, fantastic. Yay, you'll be able to get them again. That's wonderful. Sometime today for when Lay comes home. Nice. Can't wait to hear about her trip. All right, so now all right, we are going to start with the dark. We're going to do some relatively large swoops on this one. I'm going to start here. Okay, I got to hold on to it now. I'm going to take the top off, then there we go. That's easier. Still got one hell of a lot of wind going on here. How are you guys doing, Patty? Did you get any weather last night other than the wind? Thankfully, that's all we got. But there's a couple times through the night woke me up out of a dead sleep listening to the wind, that's for sure. Uh-oh, there's some kind of gloppy booger in here. Let's try and extract it like operation. Got it? Woohoo! And then there's a bubble over here. Good. Yay, I'm glad it was actually a bubble. Okay. And we spin. And hopefully, okay, good. I didn't set my ornament down and ruin the other swoops that I'd already done. That's good news. Here we go. So I want those to dry a little bit before I put the next swoops on there. So for now, what we're gonna do is we are going to do the other swoops coming down this way, and there's going to be a space in the middle, and we're going to do a green dot there. She's landing pretty soon, Sarah. That's cool. It'll be fun to have her back. Hi, Cara. How are ya? Patty wears earplugs to bed. It's a little windy today. Not much snow left on the ground. Yeah, it's bizarre, eh? How much green is showing. We don't have any left on the ground really here either. A couple little patches here and there, but that's about it. So I'm going to do this dot going all the way around. Looks like a clown's face right now. Okay, and now we will do the bottom swoops. All right. Does Dale snore, Tina asks? You're doing good, Carl? Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Good, good, good. Your crochet vines went good? Nice. That's awesome. That's one hell of an intense project, Cara. Good for you for sticking with it for so long. That's amazing. I can't wait to see it. I'm sure you're doing a beautiful job. Worse than a kid by moving constantly. Oh. Wow. That's hard to get a good night's sleep. For you then, eh? Oops. Almost dropped it. Oops. And there's a booger. Damn it. Okay, so let's see if I can turn the way I'm holding this. And we'll do some of the diamonds down here on the bottom. And then we'll see how dry it is, but we might have to hang this one up for a little bit. I just found the paint booger in the paint trying to get it out. Okay. I'm so going to stick my hand in paint soon, so I might not do all of these. That might be a little bit too much of a risk. So I'm seeing where my finger is holding it on the top there, up here, my middle finger there. And I'm not convinced that I'm not going to stick stick it in wet paint. But I'm going to keep trying and see. See how much of it I can do anyway. So on these top of these diamonds, I'm going to do a top dot in the medium green and then a top dot in the lightest green. And that will give that a little bit of dimension. Okay, my hand is going to cramp up here if I do this for too long, so I'm going to hold on to this here and here. And I'm going to put the lid back on, and I'm going to let this hang to dry for a few minutes. And we'll do some work on the blue one. I need to get a little mini ornament wall over here by my table so that I don't have to unwrap from the electric blanket every time I want to switch out an ornament. One sec. Okie dokie. So, let me cover this. And then I'm going to steal the tin foil from this one because that was my pinks and I don't need to keep them anymore. So I'll steal the tin foil from there. I find that with the damp paper towel and the tin foil, I can, it will preserve the paint fairly well. So I just wrap it up and then I'm going to grab a piece for down here. And a piece for here. Now I want to test out that Liquitex. You guys, I think I want to try that. And I think I want to try it on a dark blue ornament to really, really test it and see how opaque it is. So we're going to give that a go. Where's my washi tape? Okay, here we go. Oops. So let's take the lid out and let's put a design on and we'll try painting with that opaque paint and see what it does. All right, let me put my glasses back on. There we go. Can't unsee the clown faces. I know it's gonna. I'll have to make sure I put lots of stuff on there to hide that because otherwise that's going to be traumatizing. Sorry about that, Tina. All right, so I'm using the washi tape to divide it and section it off. And then I will go through and do my drawing once I've got this sectioned off, and we'll get our base design on here. And then we will test out this paint. I'm excited to see how it goes. Patty says, we recently went from a king size bed to 2 doubles with 3 inches in between. Oh, that's brilliant. Don't wake up when he moves. Plus, he doesn't hog my blankets because we each have our own blankets. That's amazing. That's brilliant. Love it. That's so smart. Okay, so now I'm gonna go here, take this one off. I think Cindy said that she got this really skinny washi tape at Hobby Lobby, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm guessing. But Cindy sent me this, and it's freaking amazing. Oops. I just feel guilty that I go through so much of it. However, it is made to be used, and there's more of it on the planet, so might as well use it, right? There's that. There's little imperfections in these guidelines or these strips of tape in the lineup and everything, but for the most part, oh, that's right, it's for nail art, that's right. Forgot about that. Thanks, Asia. That's right, too. Ah! Why are you spinning so much? Stop it. Let's keep that there for a sec. Let me snip there. We go there. And then we bring this right here. Looks pretty damn close to splitting that in the middle. Oops. And then we do one more. Right, I totally forgot that. Totally forgot it, Tina. Hattie says, hi, Kim, what's the temperature there today? Yeah, let's be jealous. Let's live vicariously through Kim and Tina and Debbie, everybody who's down south. Some people, I'm so glad you remembered. I'm so glad you both remembered. All right. Doo-doo-doo. Eek. Stay put. There we go. All right. So I'm going to grab a couple of my stencils. No, don't. Why did you reattach? No. There we go. Okay. Get in there. Get in there. All right, so now let's see what we've got for stencils and what we can use. One. Oops. Why can't I pick this up off the table? There we go. So we've got a few different stencils that I've already made. And then we have some that I haven't made yet. Did I use this one already? No, I didn't. So if we did that, and let's see where they overlap maybe. Or should we try and cut this one down? I feel like we could try and cut this one down. I feel like the middle right about there. All right, let's do that. I'm gonna try that. Okay, so we're gonna cut that across there. And I'm going to bring that in that way. No, we're going to try something new. Hold on. Hold, please. So if I want about that big. And I want it to go at its widest about there. Okay. So at its widest there. I promise I'll come back to the comments in just a minute. Let's go right there. So that is 2.2, so 1.1 is the middle. .1 is the middle. So let's go let's try that. And this actually should go like so. Like so. And I lied. I want it to go shit. Hold on. All right, let me scroll back. Vicky said, I have no idea how you came up with this idea, Jamie, but they're freaking amazing. Thank you. I've seen other ornaments done with spots in the background painted. I have no idea how they do them, but I kind of just went, you know what, I want to try that and see what happens. And it's kind of worked so far. And I'm completely addicted now too, Vicky. Like I can't help myself now. This is all I think about now. It's all I think about. It's all I do. I dream about it. I wake up in the morning and I have these ideas. I'm like, ooh, I got to get up and get all my stuff done so I can paint. That part's been really fun. Really, really fun. But I still can't say I'm doing it the easiest way, that's for sure. However, I think we're going to do a great big teardrop shape. And let's turn this around this way. So we'll just do a big teardrop shape. And I promise I'll come back and catch up on the comments. I'm sorry I read one comment and then ran away. It's fun when you get those moments, though, where you're like, ooh, I know what I could do. Ooh, I know what I could do. And it's even more fun when you actually have the ability to sit down and try them out, you know? That's the feeling I want to spend more time in. If I was going to do a New Year's resolution, that would be it. Say I want to spend more time in that, ooh, what does that do? Ooh, I got to try that kind of energy. Because I think there's a lot of cool stuff that could come from that. And I've got ideas on how to translate this kind of method onto the flat ornaments too. So that'll be kind of fun to play with that a little bit too. All right, I'm scrolling back. I'm way behind. Asia, I have so many projects to finish this week, but I'm already thinking beyond the ones on my desk, right? It's hard to stay focused on what's in front of you. And it's really hard to battle those, yeah, but I should get these done first, or I should do these ones first, or, you know, all of the shoulds, right? And that's really, really tough. Temperature 75. That sounds lovely. Audrey seems to be doing all right, Kim. Thank you. She hasn't had any more asthma attacks. She's had a couple times where she looked like she was having a little bit of difficulty breathing, but shoot, this is too big. But she seems to be okay. Yeah, she seems to be okay. She's had a little bit of vomiting, which is a bit of a concern. But that seems to be gone by the wayside some, which is encouraging. Just enough to give me a friggin' heart attack, though, right? Like, I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's just too much. All right, so I'm going to cut this down a little bit. I'm just cutting it down little by little to make sure that it fits. In the little sections that I have that the washi tape has given me. Damn it, come on. All right, let's see how this fits. Does it fit a little bit better? It's still a little wide. Okay, there's got to be an easier way to do this. So, let's try here. Let's see what this does. You need a stencil to trace while you're making the stencil. Damn it, I did it again. I didn't keep reading. 1 second. We're only at 65 today, Vicky. Oh, wow. Chilly. Expecting some rain. Kim's supposed to get some rain from Tuesday. Hi, Lisa. How you doing? Sorry I'm so late saying hi. I'm so behind on comments. You're at 80. Now that sounds perfect. Yeah, that's bananas, eh? That sounds lovely. Supposed to get that rain on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Oh, yuck. Bye-bye, Bliss Design. No, it's still going to be around. Don't you worry. Bliss Design's not going anywhere. How's your weather today, Lisa? Yeah, that doesn't feel very Christmassy, eh, Debbie? You too? Yeah, glad you're staying home, quiet holiday with your daughter. That'll be nice, Vicky. Just going to keep taking little bits off. And then now we do this one. So I'm just trying to mark that midline that's on the bottom so that I can try and keep it in line. This should make a difference. Are you all ready for the holidays, Lisa? We're going to have a nice quiet one too. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to spending the day with my mom. Hi, Carol. How are ya? 5 to 10 centimeters of snow in Ottawa tomorrow. Well, at least it'll look pretty. Maybe we'll get some of that pretty snow that the Christmas lights will shine underneath it, and then it can melt on Boxing Day. 54, loving it. You like the cold weather? Well, I'm glad you're happy. That's the most important part, right? It's not for everybody. That's why it's so wonderful that there's so many different places to be and so many different preferences. So that's good. Laughing here every time I open a live you're cutting. Sensing a theme that this is what's going to be happening for a while. Still too wide. All right. Let's do this. Let's try this one. And believe it or not, all I was trying to do was start a navy blue one so that I could test out the Liquitex Basics paint to see if it's actually opaque. All right, let's try this again. Cut the stencil that we're using for the stencil. All right, and now we do this side. See how that does. Okay, one more. But at least I'm building up my little pile of stencils. Oh, different containers for each different size of the ornaments. And then I will recreate them on my iPad and see if Kathy can print them out on her Cricut. Your son's coming down fixing Christmas dinner. Oh, lovely, Lisa. That'll be nice. No melting. It was a disaster. Yeah, it was when it happens, but hopefully this time will be better. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like them, Lisa. Yeah, I'm excited to see. We've got, this is going to be the third one that's going to be a work in progress. So we'll see how this goes. That looks like it's going to fit though. So it's still too damn wide. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it. So let's try it one more time. To be a little bit narrower. Okay. We'll get there to painting eventually. We did a little bit of painting on the red one today. I'll get it out again very shortly. I'm working on this one while the other one dries. So we'll grab that one and come back to it. All right. So let's just make a stencil here. Go there. So I'm cutting the one on the bottom because I want to use it to stencil the other side of the small one. So let's do it this way. So now that I've got one side where I think I want it, I'm going to trace it here. This will use it to stencil the other side. And you know, on the first purple one, I freehanded all of it. Didn't use a damn stencil on any of it. So maybe I need to do something about that and do more freehanding. Not today. All right, so now we go. Oh, come on. Like, no, that's not working. Damn it. Yeah, I should probably just keep freehanding it, but I think we might have it now. Of course, that's when the conclusion I come to when I'm almost done. All right. Let's see how this goes. That looks better. All right, let's do this. This is the tedious part. More of the tedious part. Damn it, I should have just freehanded it. Maybe I still should. Nah. And then this one would go right about here. All right, I think we're good. We're getting there. I think this is going to work. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, they've turned out good. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Much appreciated. I think it'll be good. It'll be nice for us to have just some time, just the two of us. Not that we don't do that anyway, but just to sit and not have anything on the list of things that we need to get done. Hopefully, Audrey will stay healthy. And we can just relax for a day. It just doesn't feel like Christmas. It really hasn't since Dad passed. So it's been one of those things that's kind of like, whatever. It doesn't really seem that exciting or anything. So we're going to make our own new traditions. That's not matching up. Okay, plan B. What I am going to do is I'm going to grab, where's the washi tape? I'm going to mark my center. I'm going to do like the first, like I did on the first one, on the purple one. And I did that with washi tape like this. So let's go like this. Wrap this around. And I'm just going to draw. No, we're going to stay home. We're going to stay home and just watch some TV. We do. We've got, I've got an aunt who's about 3 or 4 hours away. My other, I've got another aunt in New Brunswick, which is on the East Coast. So that's about an 18-hour drive. I've got another aunt and uncle that are in Winnipeg, which is about a 24-hour drive. And then we've got a couple cousins in and around Toronto and Ottawa, but not no one that we spend time with. No one that we're close with. It's just us. We keep in touch with some people, but we don't really spend any time with them or see them very often. I've got cousins in Toronto and Ottawa that I haven't seen in over a decade probably. How do I want to do this instead? What if I and it never occurred to me that that would be seen as unusual. It's so interesting, eh? Like we just don't have family that we spend that kind of time with. It's so different, eh? Everyone does things so differently. And this is nowhere near straight. So let's try this again. That's not the same. That's not the same. What am I doing wrong? This must not be straight. Whew, shit. And for the majority of my life, it's just been me and Mom and Dad. When Mom's parents were still with us, we would spend some time with them. They were really the ones we spent the most amount of time with. And her mom and her dad and her sister have been gone for quite a while. That looks a little bit straighter, I think. Yeah, just different, right? I don't think I can do this without a stencil. Damn it. Hey, I've got an easy idea. Let's completely start over and not have a freaking clue. All right. This is what we're going to do. Plan D, E, F, something. So let's go here. And we're going to go. So we have our lines here and our line here. And if we do it this way, it comes to here and here. So I'm going to trim that down there. Trim that down there. And then from the top down to here is to right about here. So I'm just trying to reduce this size now so that it's the right size for the slices that I've got. So we go here. And then we have, where's our center? So we go 11 to, so 2.4, 2.2 is right where that is, so that works out perfect. And then we do this. That's our middle. Nope. I should have gone this way. Think we got it. Okay. This is it. This doesn't work. Screw it. Glad it's not just me. It's a nightmare doing guidelines. It is. I feel like, once you get your system down and you figure out what that system is, then it gets a little bit easier, but that system is not easy to come by. And still fucked it up. I don't want to anymore. That's why I did the little notches up at the top, isn't it? That's exactly why I did it, because then I didn't need guidelines. All right, one more try. All right, here's what I'm thinking in my head. This is what helped me on previous ones. So I have this set of guidelines, for example. These little notches up at the top, they are the width of right up here. So if I place this down here, it actually lines it up for me so that I don't need the guidelines. I just keep matching up those little corners on the stencil. So that is what we are going to do next. So we are going to, I'm still going to do this width because I know the right width. So this is my halfway mark and my halfway mark, and we stop here. So get all of this out of the way. I'm so glad I'm not alone with this, Sarah. I can always figure it out. It's just a matter of how long it takes me to get the system running the way that I want the system to run, That is the problem. All right, and then we have our center. And I'm going to use this one as a guide. We're going to do slightly different. So it's going to look more like an hourglass now. Okay. And then I should be able to use this and line it up all the way around the ornament and not even need the guidelines. And then hold on a second here. Here's what I'm gonna do. Where's my circle stencil? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go so then I turn this This still isn't what I want. All right, I'm coming back. Good Lord. Just ate lunch, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Very nice. See you with the trinket pots? Oh, as long as we're all in it together. And then let's try this. If we go there, and then there. Ooh, stop it. And let's see where this one, okay, so that's the right size. I'm still completely convinced that once I get a set of these templates, then it'll be much easier to get started. It's because I keep wanting to do new ones too, and then having to switch the size on them, right? So I can just make some decisions, get those few stencils that I'm going to use. All right, so let's test this theory, shall we? This looks like it's too big. Okay. This is ridiculous. Hold, please. Okay, so we've got that one. And then we're going to take this one. And we are going to try again. Try something different this time. I think I'm getting there, you guys. I think I am getting there. We are going to get there. You know, when you say like, I don't know how your brain comes up with it. This is the this is the hellscape of my brain until I actually figure out how to do it though. This actually works well because this is the stencil I used on the large blue one. Or one of the stencils I used on the large blue one. So it's going to make them look like they go together a bit. So that'll be cool. Everyone doing all right? I promise I'll come back to the comments. I promise. I'm coming. Did your son arrive today, Debbie? Are you excited to give him his present? No, because it's not going to be symmetrical. I tried that. I'm going to keep going with this. Totally get it if it's too frustrating to watch. But I'm going to keep going. Because I just about got it now. So, now let's do this one. Bite me. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let me do this one. It's about there as well. This is why this isn't and probably won't be a workshop for quite some time. The rest should work out on its own now. Oops. All right, one more here. Oops. One more. And then we should be able to go back to the little one and should be able to have that right in between there. I might even be able to put another one right here. Oh, that's cool. All right, then. Put you here. Cool. All right, back down here we go. And we go like so. And then here. We're getting there. Still here, just bodied. I'm like, I know, this is good. Oh, at least. At least. I'm still way too new to this to even think about teaching it. Way too new. All right, we're getting there though. I'm excited to see how the white works, how opaque it is. All right, last one. And we are right in there. There. And there. All right. Let's break out the paintbrush. Woohoo! All right. I also need to put the lids on my pens. Where's the other one? There it is. All right, let's see how this goes. Got you. Got Liquitex Basics, and we'll give it a shot. Now, hopefully this does what I want it to, which is be nice and opaque. So I'm still expecting to do maybe 2 coats, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll still have to do another coat because it's a little streaky. But hopefully it won't be as many coats. Hopefully it'll mean that once the first coat goes on, the second coat will take care of it. Let me zoom out a little bit. I think it'll be neat. I'm hoping we can make it nice and frosty looking. And match the other blue one that I started. So I gotta wait for that to dry. Oops, shit. All right. So I'm not going to do too many of these. I just want to wait until that first one dries a bit, and then we'll put a second coat on and see if this is actually going to save me any time and or headaches or not. I'm cautiously optimistic. But only cautiously optimistic. I do feel like it's a little bit more coverage than I got with the first coat of Deco Art, but only just. So that just, again, might mean the first coat is, you know, not really going to do too much. We'll see. Yeah, so here, let me show you the colors. These are the colors that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a lot of silver. And I'm going to do some different shades of whites and blues on the different colors. So I'm going to do the base in all white for now. And then once it dries, I'll use this as a base coat for the other blues. So I'm going to do it all in white for now. Or I might actually just do it all in white on this one and then still use those colors of blues from the last one. So once I get this on, I'm going to set this aside for a minute. We'll get the red one back out. We'll do that bit of painting, and then we will come back. So doing the base coating is step one. Then doing, and that includes the colors. Then there's the outlining that I've been doing. So on the red one, I did gold outline around the white sections that I painted. On the blue one that I just showed you, and on this one, we're going to use silver. And see how that goes. I might even use a darker or lighter blues instead of silvers. I don't know. We'll see. So, and then the final step is painting the design on the empty spaces and on these spaces that I'm painting with the base color. So there's multiple steps in getting this done. And the guidelines and the base coating are the most tedious part. So I want to try and figure out ways to make this part go a little faster and a little smoother. And see if that helps the, assembly line process of doing a bunch of ornaments. So right now is all about trial and error. See what works, see what doesn't. Making lots of mistakes, doing lots of things that, hey, maybe I won't do that next time. And then that will help us with the other steps that'll come. So I've seen other artists do this kind of idea, like I said, with the painting of the background color and then painting on top of it. And I don't want to copy them for sure. I definitely use them for inspiration. But hopefully. Do you like the other blue? It's pretty, eh? And then I've got a beautiful metallic blue that I think I'm going to be able to use for accent on these blue ones too, which will be kind of cool. All right, so let's see what a second coat looks like. Oh no, I'm still going to need to do 3-4 coats. So buying this paint didn't do shit. Oh well, that's okay. I do think it's going on a little bit smoother than the DecoArt. I don't have as many little lumps and bumps from paint boogers and little dried bits, so maybe that's the key for that. 'Cause the texture, to try and get it nice and smooth, I think I'm also just using too much paint, which was probably causing that too. But it might be better. Thanks, Lisa. Okay, so that's not too bad. It's definitely a little bit better. Well, not definitely. Maybe a little bit better coverage than the DecoArt. Maybe. I don't think it's going to make it as easy as I hoped it was going to do, though. But that's okay. It's okay. Just part of the process. And even the parts that I swear at and I sound really frustrated, I'm still enjoying it. This is still neat. This doesn't sound like I'm enjoying it all the time. But I know I'm enjoying it enough to not say, screw it and walk away, right? So that is always a good sign. If you're ready to say screw it and leave it and never come back to it, that is also a sign. Don't fight those signs. Listen to them. They are trying to tell you something. And sometimes something just isn't for you. And that's okay too. Lots of things happen when I think that I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that. And then I'm like, yeah, I did, but I don't want to do it again. Some of them don't even want to finish. I'm like, nope, I'm good. Done with this now. That's happened with a couple of the workshop designs for sure. Happens all the time. We paint stuff we like, we paint stuff we don't like. And there is no rules, so if you don't like something enough to keep going with it, don't force it. Well, it was a good theory that paint was going to make a difference. Might have made a little bit. Not a lot, though. Whoops. Time for the spit shine. All right, so I'm going to leave this to sit and dry for a little bit. And we'll go back to the red one and add some more of the greens on. Sound good? Because it's going to be slow going as we wait for paints to dry. Okay. So we take this off, let undo the greens. Tinfoil and damp paper towel keep the paints from drying out. Oops. All right, so now we're going to do more swoops. We might even have to add in more colors, but we'll see. Actually, I think we should. But we'll do this for now. All right. Let's do this. So right now I'm thinking we need more colors of green because I'm going to have room for quite a few of these swoops. So I might mix up a couple more of these colors. Now what I might do is just do what I can with these colors. Get them done like all over the surface where I need all of these three colors. And then I can just lighten one of them to finish off the swoops. So I don't have to mix a ton of different colors, but we'll see. And I should be covering up, whoops, booger. I should be covering up the lightest green. All right, hold on a sec. Let's do that and that. There we go. And then I can take this one away. All right, let's keep going. Let me zoom in a bit too. So there we go. Let's turn this now this way. And I'm gonna go top dot. Swoop. Swoop. top dot and swoop. I love traditional Christmas colors. Yeah. There's something about them, Debbie, where it's just, the other ones are pretty, but they're not pretty because they're Christmassy, right? They're just pretty because they're pretty. But there is something about the traditional Christmas colors. I agree with you. I think this one's going to look really pretty when it's done. Definitely going to have room for more swoops though, so I'm going to 1000% create some lighter greens. I'm guessing probably 2 more shades of green. Like I said, I'll wait until I've used these 3 and then I can use them to mix the next colors without over mixing and creating too much, or not more over mixing, I should say. That one's a little gnarly looking. That's better. Okay. So got those. Now we're going to let this dry. Actually, I should be able to do the diamonds on the bottom with the dark green here. So that'll be good. All right, let's finish these little diamonds on the bottom then. And we'll get it hanging back up. And let it dry until we can get in with the next little bit. Here, let's do it this way, see if that helps. We gotta turn it and hold it this way. There we go. Hmm. Spin. All right, one more. Then I'm going to hang it back up, let it dry for a little bit. Maybe we'll work on the silver outline on the blue, the big blue one. That is ready for that now. Okay, so I need to now put my finger there and put my finger there. And then put the lid back on. I'm going to hang it back up, let it dry, and we'll come back to it in a little bit. Okay, let's wrap up the greens. I really want to make sure that I don't have to remix any of these greens, so the tin foil is a must. In many ways it creates more of a mess, but you know what? It would be a bigger mess if I had to try and remix this every time. So off it goes. All right, so let us start the outline on this one. There's a part of me that wants to do one like this too and do gold, but for this one we're going to stick with silver. Now I'm going to wash that brush. Then I'm going to grab this one, and I'm actually going to look and see if I have another silver that might be a little bit more fluid that I can use. I'm going to try this one. No, I'm going to try this one. I've got a multi-surface that I'm going to try to use that's a little bit thinner than the Martha Stewart multi-surface. And it's this one. It's called Nickel. It's Craft Smart. So we're going to try this on this one. Now what I am going to do first is I'm going to attempt to clean off the chalk that might still be on the ornament, or that is still on the ornament. So let's clean that off first. Then I can at least see where I've smudged paint around compared to where it's just chalk left behind. Now I'll end up remixing these colors when it comes time to paint the design on this one, because I didn't save the paints that I mixed the other night for this. That's okay. And I don't want to do that today, so we're definitely going to do, or at least not right now, we'll do the silver first. But I think gold would look pretty too. It'd be worth doing another one with gold and one with the silver, just to see how different they look, right? That's good. That's cleaning up the edges a little bit, and that might make life a little easier to do the outlines. Maybe. I feel like it will make life a little easier. All right, here we go. Now, how are we doing for time? Oh my God, it's 4:30 already. Well, we're gonna be on for about another hour. Well, till around, now we'll probably stay on until around 5:15. But if I'm coming back on at 7, I need to give myself some time in between the lives. So I'm gonna quickly go fill up my drink. I will be right back and we will start painting. Yeah, if I'm going to come back on at 7, I'm going to give myself a little bit of time to make sure I have time to eat something, make sure I have time to do what I need to do for Miss Audrey and Mom, have a little bit of a break. And then, yeah, we'll come back on at 7 and hang out for a few more hours if you want to. I will be here anyway. And I will post the link. I will do that right after we get off of here. Thank you, Carol. I know I take you on a long and bumpy road to get places, but it is what it is. It's what I do. Yay! Excellent, Cara. Wonderful. Okay, so this is a little bit thick, so I'm going to add just a little bit of pouring medium to it. Yay! Okay, awesome. Yay, wonderful. All right, so 7 to 10 Eastern, we will come back here. We will. So yeah, I'll call it around 5:15, and then we will come back. That's really thick. I want it to be a little bit thinner, but I don't want it to lose its saturation, so I don't want to have to use a ton of pouring medium. However, sometimes it can do that. It can almost end up looking watery with some of the metallics, I find. I suppose an iridescent medium would help with that. Probably get some of the metallic back into it, almost. All right, let's do this. Lovely. Painting and listening. Fantastic. All righty. Another sip of my sugar and caffeine. Okay. So now I'm going to try and outline each of these sections with the silver. I need my glasses on for this for sure. Silver might need a second coat on it, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. It did make it a little translucent, so a second coat will definitely be in the cards. Not breathing very much. At least I don't feel like I am. You probably would know better than me. You probably hear my breathing in the microphone. I'm sorry for that. If it sounds like I'm heavy breathing in your ear, that's got to be gross. All right. So those will need to get second coats, but we are on our way. Oh, sorry. I'm doing just the bottom halves right now because then the white petal shapes that I just outlined should be dry, and then I can turn this ornament around and have somewhere to put my hand to do the top half of these leaf petal shapes. And then when it all dries, I'll do the second coat and we'll be good to go. All right, so let's try. That looks pretty. Hold it like this. Okay, I need to bring my paint water closer because I am reaching way too far. Need my brush. There we go. I hadn't cleaned my other brush, so I'm going to do that now. Set that aside. Now clean this brush. That looks like a bubble. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Onward. Hi, Nicole. Well, I almost missed it myself, so don't worry. It's all good. And I'm going to go live again tonight, so we'll have another chance. I completely forgot that I was 2 to 5 today and not 7 to 9. I was completely convinced that I was 7 till 10 tonight, until thankfully Patty and Tina came looking for me. So this live almost didn't happen. Yep, I was completely convinced it was 7 to 10 tonight. So yeah, 7 to 10 tonight, 7 to 10 Eastern tonight. I will post another link, and we'll do another live. So that'll be fun. Once I finish these few outlines, I'm going to put this aside for a few minutes. I'm going to grab the red ornament again and add some more green swoops and top dots. All right. So let's set that aside for a minute. I'm going to zoom out for a sec. I'm going to cover that silver paint, and we will grab the red ornament and the green paints and do some there. All right, let's see. Yep, a happy accident. That'll work out well. Exactly, Capriel. Hopefully I won't. Surely to goodness I won't screw it up tonight. Excuse me. Excuse me. Goodness. All right. Grab the greens. Got a couple top dots to do. And some swoops to do. And then we will carry on. Ah, thanks, Nicole. Very often I feel like I'm not a terribly successful human, so I appreciate that, Grace. I just don't like when I make people worry either. But it's okay. We will move on. All right. The next time I don't think I'd do those little dots up in those little triangles, but I don't know what I would do differently. How's your day, Nicole? Oh, thank you, lovely. I appreciate that. Oops. Day's okay? Oh, that'll be nice to spend some more time together this evening then. Wonderful. Okay, one more of these. I should zoom in so you can actually see them. Very, very, very subtle. All right, now we go swoops. Swoops, swoops. Mom and Miss Audrey are doing good. I think Mom's probably having a snooze. Miss Audrey's curled up on my bed having a snooze. No more asthma attacks. She did throw up one more time. I found it this morning, but I don't know if it was from overnight or if it was from yesterday. It was under my bed. And I didn't check under there before I went to bed. So I'm not sure when that was, but nothing today yet, so that's a good thing. And hopefully there won't be any more. I went and got her the last time she was sick, around the same time last year. Could have been January this year, maybe even. But it was definitely last winter. She had a bit of a stomach issue where she was throwing up a little bit. And I remembered what the vet suggested we do for it. And that was a special food and a supplement that we added to it. So I went yesterday and picked that up and thought, well, it's not going to hurt her, so I might as well start her on some stuff that could be good for her belly until it naturally levels itself back out again. Oh, you haven't seen the red one? Oh, cool. I'm glad you like it. The last time I worked on this one on a live, I just had the gold outline done around all the white spaces. So all this green is new today, just from this live. And I'm going to end up adding some more greens, doing a little bit more, a couple more green colors, because we're going to keep going with the swoops. So I think I need at least 3 more colors, at least, if not 4, but 3 for sure. So I'm going to keep going lighter with the greens for that. So we'll work on that tonight too. I bought some opaque Liquitex Basics white paint to see if it was going to help do like these painted backgrounds a little bit faster. And it doesn't look like it. It still goes on pretty thin. So that's okay, but so I've got extra white paint, but it's unfortunately not going to make it as much of a speed up in the process as I had kind of hoped it would. The rolls smell delightful. Wonderful. How hard is it not to eat them right now, Asia, instead of waiting for dinner? I'm so glad you like them, Nicole. I'm having so much fun with them. So much fun with them. Yeah, I'm completely addicted. Completely. Actually, let me grab my I'm hoping that these top dots are just subtle enough. There's a hair on my tool. Just subtle enough that it almost makes these dots look like they're glowing a little bit. I love that effect when the top dots, when they make a difference and you know that there's something that's been done to them, but you can't quite figure out why. And to get rid of the clown faces because it's still there. Yeah, you can always use white paint at least, right? Yeah, Asia's been baking up a storm. I feel like these bottom parts are a little bit smaller than the top ones, so we might not use all three of the new colors in these lower sections, but that's okay. We'll use 2 of the 3 if we have to, if it's too tight of a fit, for 3 more swoops on these sections. So they're a bit smaller than the ones up top. Yeah, those top dots on those green dots just made them look more like eyes, didn't it? Potato soup with ham in it. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really, really satisfying and good comfort food. Okay, so now we're going to do our top diamonds down here. And hope that I don't stick my thumb in any paint. That big mushroom Asia did is gorgeous, eh? Vicky. Was engrossed in wrapping. Well, happy to body double with you. Did you get a good chunk of it done? It sounds really, really good. Yay, Lay's home. Yeah, you already nibbled on one? Atta girl. Well, you have to do some quality assurance, Asia. I think that's just the responsible thing to do. What are you going to do? Let your family eat food that you haven't tested already? Who would do that? Stop, stop. Don't roll. Thank you. Bear with me once I get these couple top diamonds done. I'll come back to the comments. I'll be right there. And you know what? I need to do a dot on the very bottom as well. All right, so I'm going to grab here and here, and then here and here. I'm going to put the lid back on this. Then I'm going to hold on to it at the bottom, and we're going to do a dark green dot down here. And we're going to add a shit ton of top dots as we go around on that. Okay, so we'll let that one dry. Actually, I'm going to go one bigger. Oh, and I had a good circle and then I mucked it up. Stop touching it, Jamie. All right, so we'll do top dots on that one. But I'm going to hang this one up to dry now for a little bit. Make sure I've got somewhere I can put my hands when I pick it back up again that's not wet. And we'll go back to the blue one. Okay. Close this back up. Spray it with some more water, tin foil, and here we go. All right, let me scroll back. About half without the bows. That's not a bad chunk, eh, Vicky? That's awesome. Trying to stay sane, finishing up some orders. Yeah, the mushroom's beautiful. Vicky asked, is it finished? Yep, the mushroom is done. And the picture, in the picture, and has been shipped out. Very nice. Only need maybe 6 of them, and I made 12, so no one's going to need that one anyway. There you go. Smart. Make extra. Okay, let's grab the silver again. And you know what? I'm going to do the second... no, I'm going to do the first coat on the whole thing because it's going to need 2 coats of the silver. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 coats. The first coat on all of them, and then I'll come back and do the second coat on the whole thing. That way I don't have to keep track of where I've done the second coat and where I haven't. I feel like I need to start getting at my Arteza metallics too to find some cool outlining colors and stuff, eh? All right, you guys, so we're going to sign off in about 5 minutes. And then I will see you guys again. I'll post a new link and I will come back for 7 p.m. Eastern. And we'll keep painting. I think we'll be able to get quite a bit done. That sounds good, Cara. We'll see you then. Walking Lily and looking over my shoulder for the foxes that made their den there. That's a little nerve-wracking, eh? Hopefully they're just curious and keep to themselves. Watch you from afar. Bet they're cute, though. Sounds good, Nicole. You too, Vicky. Have a good afternoon. I'm going to keep going for about 5 minutes until I finish these petal shapes. I'm going to get the first coat on the outline done on these dark blue ones. All right, so now I'm going to turn this around so I can do the other side. Gotta wash my brush. For dinner tonight is either going to be, might be just some toast and jam for tonight. I had a little bit bigger of a lunch. Maybe a can of zoodles. Maybe an English muffin with some peanut butter. Nothing major. Something fairly small. Yeah, I had a bunch of cheese and crackers for lunch, and it doesn't sound like a lot until I, recognize the volume of what I ate. I bought our local butcher that we go to a lot. They have the best garlic bread. And I got some of that, but I thought, you know what? I've already had enough cheese today. I think that's going to be enough for me. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. One of those options. Toast and jam is actually sounding really good. Sounds good, Patty. I'll see you tonight. They crap on your porch. Oh, no. That's not good, Nicole. Marking their territory. Okay. Still not breathing very much. We'll keep making some headway tonight, though. We'll get lots done on the red ornament. We'll get a bunch done on this one. And we might even get some background painting done on the small blue one. Or we might just jump past that one and jump into a pink one or a white one. It's like they're trying to let us know they're here. Trust we know. Like, we get it. We know you're here. Stop crapping on the porch. Sounds good, Asia. If we don't see you later tonight, hope you have a wonderful evening. I've got one more silver line to do right here, and then we will sign off for now. I feel like I want to learn pinstriping, and that would probably help get good at lines like this. Here we go. All right, so we got those sections done with the silver, and we'll do a second coat after. And there we go. Thanks, guys. Sorry for the rough start today. Sorry for forgetting that I was supposed to be live this afternoon. And sorry for the all the kerfuffle around me trying to get stencils and get designs on here and all that good stuff. But thanks for sticking with me and hanging out with me. I love you to bits. Thank you, Sarah. You too, Asia. Take care. All right, Debbie, we'll see you a little later. Thanks, everybody. I love you to bits, and I will see you later this evening. Bye-bye.